Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to this video. This is a season 1 Mr. Fantastic guide. So he's finally out along with Mrs. I keep saying Miss Invisible, Invisible Woman, right? She's out as well. And I also made a guide on her. I will link it up either on the left or right side. You can go and watch that if you want as well. So this is a guide specifically for Mr. Fantastic. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go through the abilities, his play style, and that's pretty much about it. Right. So let's start with his passive. Using abilities generates elasticity, boosting attack power. Reaching full elasticity triggers an inflated state that grants shield and boosts even more damage. So basically what this means, when I basic attack, you see that 5, basic attack more, 10, right? This is basically what they're talking about. So the more this bar is full, the more damage you're going to deal, right? And when this bar fills up to 100, this is what's going to happen. There, the bar fills up to 100, you become this big ass tank with like 950 HP. But when you are in that state, you deal more damage, but your basic attack range is reduced by a lot. So in this state, you have you have 5 meter, 6, 7, 8. So you have about like 8 or 7.5 to 8 meter range on his basic attacks. And in normal basic attacks, he has up to, let's see, I actually didn't check this. Okay. He has a 15 meter, no, even less than 15. Okay, yeah, exact 15 meters. He has an exact 15 meters range on his basic attacks in this normal state. But when you get big in that tank state, you have a 7.5 to 8 meters range. Right, so you have to be up and close, but you do deal more damage though. Now his basic attacks, first of all, let's go over his basic attacks. His basic attacks are not piercing. Okay, we all thought that they were piercing. It's not piercing, as you can see over here. If I basic attack, it doesn't attack that one. I won't attack that, otherwise it's gonna die. See, it doesn't attack. His basic attacks do damage when they go out, and his basic attacks do damage when they come back. But there's no piercing. So but that doesn't mean that you cannot attack multiple enemies at once. Like say, because right now I couldn't attack that target, right? But say I kill him. This is what we're going to see. I deal damage to that target as well. Because now my basic attack it killed that target. It went through that target, right? And it was able to kill the target behind it. So the elasticity, the going out and coming back in thing, like say if I attack him, right? The basic does not go through. So I will never be able to attack the target right behind it. But say if that target is standing over there, what I can do is this. Like say these two are standing right there, right? I can attack both of them like this. See that? Oh. See that? So basically you don't deal damage like you in the whole arm, like the length of the arm, you don't deal damage over there. You deal damage on the fist. So when the fist hits the target and when the fist returns, that is what deals the damage. But now here's the thing that I've noticed, right? You can also hit your basic attack even if you miss on multiple enemies. So if I miss the initial basic attack, I can still drag it and hit on both of these. Now I have noticed this happening a lot. I'm not perfect with this, but let me show you guys. But how it works is based on how fast I move my aim. Like say I move my aim like this, right? I move my aim real fast. It doesn't hit them, right? It doesn't hit. So but if I move my aim like kind of like on this pace, it's gonna hit them. Watch this.
Trouble has arrived.
Let it respawn. See that? It literally, I missed the basic attack, but it still hits them. Watch this.
Trouble has arrived.
See that? I missed the basic attack, but it hits him and it hits that enemy as well. Watch this. Like, you guys are seeing this? So if I do this really fast, it's not gonna hit both of them. Matter of fact, it may not even hit either. It's a bit weird. I don't know if I'm just being stupid over here, or does this actually work a bit weird, right? But I don't know if to me it feels like it's kind of working. He's not a character that your movement is not going to be front and back. Your movement is not going to be your movement is not going to be diagonal if you're fighting enemies over there, right? Your movement is going to be left and right. He is a left and right movement type of character. Okay, so when you're attacking, you want to be moving like this. So let it respawn. So you basically attack him, you move your aim like this, right? This way you can attack multiple characters at the same time, multiple enemies, right? See that? You can do these types of things. So this is with this character, you want to move a lot with your basic attacks. So you can actually deal damage to like multiple targets. Let's see if I can hit all three of them. Oh my god, I can hit all three of them. Did you see that? It actually worked. It actually worked. You can even hit more than 2 targets at once. See what I was telling you in the beginning? Like if it kind of hits like based on how fast you move your aim, sort of. It works in a bit of a weird way, but it works. So you can hit multiple enemies with your basic attack. So you want to play his basic attack like that, and you want to constantly be moving, right? Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't try to like flick like this. Don't do this. You want to be playing it slow like this, right? This is how your aim should be moving, not like this, not like oh. Don't do that. Now you have to understand that he doesn't deal damage, right? So this is basically what his damage looks like. This is like I believe these bots have like 250 HP, and it takes you 5 basic attacks to kill this target. And these are headshots, so I'm assuming he's like a lot of other tanks, he cannot headshot, right? That's what I'm assuming, because if you see here, I am hitting his head, but it's still the same amount of damage. So you cannot headshot with this character. Now let's move on to his abilities. His right click ability is basically, it's a skill shot, by the way. It's a skill shot, so you can use it freely. So you can miss his ability, okay? You actually can miss his ability. Oh, wait a second. Even if you use it, like even if you don't hit anyone, you still get 30. But if you hit someone, you still get 30. Okay. See, that's basically his right click ability. You hit it on one, you press your left click, the impact one on a different target, and you do that. His right click you can also use on the same target, so you do this. Oh, and you pull them towards you. From what I understood before, when he got teased, when he got revealed, his ability got revealed, I thought you just deal like damage and that's about it. But no, you actually, when you use it on the same target, you pull them towards you. Look at that. You pull them towards you. I didn't know that. You pull them like a total of 10 meters towards you, by the way. So that's something good to know. Now, his shift ability is where he gets big and he can swallow stuff. Pause. Right? So he can swallow ultimates, he can swallow basic attacks, and then he can swallow all the damage for like I think 4 seconds. And after 4 seconds, all the damage that he has accumulated inside of him, he's gonna shoot it out like a bullet. And I don't think it pierces. Okay, let's see if it pierces. It doesn't. So it's a single target ability. Okay, this is a great ability. Don't use it mainly to like swallow basic attacks. Yeah, you can do that as well, especially in a 1v1, 2v2 and stuff like that, because you don't take damage. Instead, you swallow damage and you can hit the enemy back. So if you actually consume a lot of damage, this ability can do a lot of damage to the enemy, right? So, but the main use of him is like, say, if an Iron Man ults, or if like a Magneto throws his boom thingy, right, the ball, you can just swallow it up and then either shoot it back at him or shoot it at the enemy team, right? So you can nuke him. So this ability is actually pretty great. Now his E ability is, he has 2 charges of this, right? Let me just close this. So see, you have 2 charges. One, you can use it on your allies. You can use it on the enemies as well. Use it on your allies. It gives you 30 points. It gives you a shield, and it also damages the enemies. So it gives you a 75 shield, right? So see that? It gives you a 75 shield. You hit him on an enemy. Let the shield go down, then I'll use it on the enemy. So if you use it on the enemy, it's the same kind of dash, but you give yourself a barrier, but you, instead of giving your teammates a shield, you basically like damage the enemy. Again, 75 shield. So if you E on an ally, you get a shield, and your allies also get a shield. You have 2 charges of this, right? So you could possibly use it, like say for example, if your front line is getting lower, anyone is getting low on one of your allies, you can use it to shield them, give them a little more survivability. Say you get caught in a bad position, you can use it on your allies to disengage, jump onto your allies, and get some shield in and just disengage, or you want to engage, you can do this. Boom, boom, deal damage, and then once you're done, you can just E on your ally and you can get out. You can also E on the same target twice. Oh, you can also E on the same target twice, right? So say you go on an enemy, they jump away. Like say for example you engage on a Hawkeye, right? You go on a Hawkeye throws you away. You can E on him again. So he's like a quite devastating character. Like you can really like dive an enemy really hard with this character. And lastly, his ultimate. His ultimate is a bit weird as well. So if you don't hit anyone, let me just read this, by the way. Leap upwards and smash the ground, slowing enemies within range. Can leap again upon landing a hit. So you can do more leaps based on if you're hitting an enemy. So if you don't hit anyone, right? But by the way, you're immune to CC, as you can see the golden bar. You only leap up thrice. But now, if I hit an enemy once, say I hit the enemy. Okay, I don't think I hit him. I hit him now. I missed again. 4 leaps, right? Let's see if we can take it up to 5. So hit, miss, hit, miss. Okay, it's 4. But now if I keep hitting the enemies, right? If I keep hitting a target, so 1, 2, 3 leaps, 4 leaps, 5 leaps, 6 leaps, and that's the maximum. The minimum amount of leaps that you can get, the slams that you can get with your ultimate are 3. Maximum you can get is 6. You can also get 4. I have been unable to get 5 so far, but I'm assuming you could possibly get 5 as well in some way. Now, the way you're supposed to play him is not as an assassin, because as I showed you guys, you do not deal a lot of damage. You don't deal a lot of damage. You deal very less damage. So if you play him like on an off angle, right, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go for the backline. Nah, you're just gonna die, because you're not gonna deal that much damage, right? Yeah, you're tanky, but you're not gonna be able to deal a lot of damage, right? Unless you like have this your passive almost stacked up. That is the only time you want to actually like go deep into enemies, when you have your passive stacked up. So you have your passive stacked up, you E on an enemy, right? And then you get big, and now you just go absolutely berserk on the enemy team. You can kill a squishy in, I believe, 4 basic attacks, it seems like. Yeah, 4 basic attacks, and you basic attack faster as well. So you utilize that, and you get like I think 950 HP. I didn't really notice right now. So you become really tanky. It's going to be really hard for you to die. You're going to deal a lot of damage. So that's basically how you want to play. And this is also like a farm sort of where you want to ult, because now you're going to have a lot of healing. You're going to have a big barrier on you, right? So it's going to be difficult for you to die. But you have to, and as you can see, when you ult, that barrier, it does not go away even if your passive has finished. So the barrier stays, right? So this is an ability that you want to use when you just got your tank form or whatever, or if your tank form is about to end but you still have a lot of HP, you can actually use it so that bonus health is still there, right? And you can ultimate through it. So because you can actually die in your ultimate, you can't be CC'd, but you can actually die. So you want to play with your team. You want to play with your team. You don't want to play as an assassin. You don't want to play with on like off angles. You want to play like kind of close to your front line. You want to be attacking multiple enemies. And if you are playing the front line, then obviously your main target are going to be the enemy tanks. So you want to be attacking them, and you just like just keep doing boom, 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 stuff like that. Or say you hit this on an enemy tank, you can hit it again on them and then pull them forward, right? So you can do a lot. You can do a lot with this character, and you can even run a solo tank comp with this character. If you have like a Mr. Fantastic in your team, you don't necessarily need 2 tanks, because Mr. Fantastic is going to be like keep turning into a tank quite often, right? So you can play him like that. So that's basically like about his playstyle, about his abilities. That's how he works. So yeah, that's about it. That's all you need to know about him. He also has a team up with Mrs. Mrs. He also has a team up with Invisible Woman, where when he uses it, he gets bonus health regeneration, and I believe it's like it scales with the lesser HP you have. So the lesser HP you have, the more healing you're gonna have. I believe that's how it is. So that team up is actually pretty strong as well. So that's about it. And if I missed anything, please let me know down in the comments. If you guys enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to. Let me know whatever you want to in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Peace out.